Everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jonna, and if you're new here, thank you for stopping by. I hope you enjoy the content, and if you're coming back for a visit, I appreciate you. I want to talk today about how to get free casino offers on a Princess cruise. Now, you can do it on pretty much all the cruise lines, but I'm going to focus on Princess because they all have a little bit different criteria of what you have to do. And my cruises that I am taking in the fall and next spring are coming from Princess. My offers that I'm getting right now are coming from Princess. So that's what I want to talk about. I'll put a chart up telling you the different levels of points you need to get and how much that will cost you. So my offers are with Princess, and that's what I want to talk about. I have gotten multiple offers on this one trip on a Princess cruise. I have taken a 16-day cruise to Hawaii that's coming up in the fall, and then I booked two 7-day cruises to the Mexican Riviera, and I did a back-to-back so I can stay on the ship, and that will be in the spring. I've also had multiple repositioning cruises offered to me. Now, I want to let you know that the cost of these cruises has been minimal to zero. In fact, some of them I'm actually getting more money to me than I'm spending. They all have a $200 deposit that you have to put down when you book the cruise, or the ones that were offered to me. The $200 deposit will be given back to me as onboard credit. So that is something that I pay it now, but I get it back as soon as I get on the ship. Of course, they want me to spend it on the ship and on my trip, and I very well could, but it also, I could just not spend it, and it's money back to me. The other thing is that I pay port fees and taxes, but on a lot of these cruises, I am getting free play in the casino that is amounting to more than my port fees and taxes. So in the end, I'm ahead. So my port fees and taxes on one of the cruises was $180, and I'm getting $200 in free play in the casino. Now, yeah, I'm getting free play and I'm going to use it in the casino, but I could win on that free play, or it's just entertainment that they're giving me. But basically, if you weigh out my deposit, I'm getting back as onboard credit. My free play, I'm getting $400, and I spent $380 to get the cruise. So I'm ahead on that. And it is the same thing with the one that not quite as much, but the one I'm going, the 16-day cruise that I'm going on, I had a $200 deposit that I get back on onboard credit, and I have $100 of free play in the casino. Now, ship over to Hawaiian Islands, go around 5 islands, go to Ensenada on my way back, and then back home to my home port of Los Angeles. So when you really think about it, these cruises are either a little bit of a moneymaker or they're free. And even if I spend my onboard credit and I spend my free play, what a wonderful trip for very low amount of money, because everyone's paying port fees and taxes. The ship is not paying those for you. So everyone, whether you book it through a cruise or you book it online or however, and you pay for the cruise, you're still going to pay port fees and taxes. And then you're still going to have to get to the port. So if you're going to a port that's not in your hometown, you have to have your transportation to get there. If you go in a day early, you have to get a hotel. So these are all real costs that you have to think about before you make the cruise. If you buy insurance, you're going to want to keep that in consideration. Any spending money, but remember, your food, your lodging, basically your room, your food, your entertainment is all paid. You do not have to pay another dime for that. Now, you're not going to get certain beverages, you're going to get coffee, iced tea, lemonade, and tap water, which is filtered. But if you want to buy a soda, or you want to buy a cocktail, or you want to buy a glass of wine, you're going to pay extra for that. If you want to go to specialty dining, you're going to pay extra for that. But you are getting a 3 to 4 course meal every night, and you don't have to pay for it. So if you don't go to specialty dining, you are still getting very good food. And Princess is known for their culinary food. And then even in the buffet, the food is good. And you get free room service every day. So you get your coffee delivered and some pastries or cereal or fruit or whatever you want delivered to your room every morning at a specific time that you ask for it. And that is included. The buffet is included, and the wide variety of food in the buffet is just amazing. You also have burgers and fries by the pool, or pizza. You have the International Cafe that has wonderful desserts. A lot of times I skip dessert at dinner and wait a little bit and then go down to the piazza and have a dessert. Even if I go to a show first, have the dessert later before I go to my room, because the International Cafe is open 24 hours. It's there all the time. You can go down there in the middle of the night and get something. So let's talk about how you earn this free cruise and exactly what it is. Okay, let's talk about the See You Soon offer, which is the offer you get on your last night on the cruise, and it's delivered to your stateroom. That is for a one-time cruise up to 16 days. And it's not really too limited. I took mine going to Hawaii for 16 days, but you can take a 7-day cruise or a 10-day cruise. You can go to pretty much everywhere, I noticed. You can go to Alaska, Hawaii, Panama Canal, the Caribbean, the East Coast, the West Coast, transatlantic. There's a lot of cruises you can take. So that is on the See You Soon, delivered to your stateroom on the last night. You accumulate these points, and they cut them off one day before the last day because they have to get it to you. So I think it's at midnight, the start of your 6th day if you're on a 7-day cruise. Check with the casino host. They will be able to tell you pretty much exactly when the cutoff is. And when you continue to play after that, it will not go towards your See You Soon offer. However, it will accumulate your points, and they will show for offers that you get emailed or snail mailed to your home. Anywhere from 30 to 60 days after the cruise, you'll start receiving those from their casino marketing department. And I have gotten a lot of those already. In fact, as I'm recording this, I got one today that's on a cruise that I already booked, and I called for to see if I could get my offers updated because it was a better offer. And I'm going to put that in a separate small video after this, and I'll pin it to this video. But you can get any of these rooms from 3,000 points up, depending on what your budget is. Everyone has a different budget and finances that they have budgeted for their casino play. If you're a high roller and you get a free suite with the Princess Plus package, that Princess Plus package is worth some money. If you're on a 16-day cruise, that Princess Plus package is well over $1,000, probably around $1,300, and it is also your gratuities, your Wi-Fi, your casualty dining, your beverages, specialty beverages, and they give you 3,000 in free play. So if you are a high roller and you're on a 7-day cruise and you get 45,000 points, you could turn around and use that on a 16-day cruise and get those amenities for 16 days. You don't have to go on a 7-day cruise, but you can. Mini Suite, same thing. I mean, these paybacks on free play are pretty high. Now I'm only getting $100 in interior room, but the way I look at it is I got on that ship and I'm going on a cruise and I'm going 16 days over to Hawaii and I only had to pay port fees and taxes. So go ahead and take a picture of this or what have you, so you have that knowing what you're going to get, and that's a see you soon offer only. Now you're also going to have an option to get things emailed to you or snail mailed to you to your home. Now what I did was I had a budget of X amount of dollars. So on my level, it was 3,000 points, which is basically every point is $2. So you think 3,000 points is $6,000 going through the machine. But remember, slot machines for the most part have a payback, and the percentage could be 85% payback, it could be 95% payback, it could be over 100% payback if you win a jackpot. And I actually did win a jackpot. So my budget is $100 a day. So you need to set your budget, whatever it is. If it's $50 a day, $100 a day, $500 for the whole cruise, whatever you have set aside for your entertainment. Now remember, this is my entertainment. So I don't buy the drink package. I don't really do excursions unless there's something really specific I want to do. I don't do the drink package mainly because I don't drink. Not because I don't think it's a value, and I have another whole video about value of the packages that are offered on the cruise ship. They do have value if there's something you need or you're going to use. But for me, I don't drink. So for me to get a couple specialty coffees or sodas, and I don't even drink soda, but bottled water, say, or specialty coffees, it doesn't pay for me to get the drink package. The Wi-Fi, I actually enjoy not having the Wi-Fi. I enjoy the peace and quiet of unplugging from where I just came from and enjoying the Wi-Fi when I get to a point, to a port. When I get to a port, I can use my phone to call people. I can go to a Wi-Fi cafe and use that. And if I really need Wi-Fi, I can pay for a 24-hour Wi-Fi charge on the cruise ship, which is a little more if you wait till you get on. Last time I went on Princess, it was $35 for one day, opposed to 25 that you're paying in the package. But if I really felt like I needed the Wi-Fi for whatever reason to surf the internet, then I could pay 35 a day. But for me, I'd rather look at the ocean or enjoy something in the Princess Theater or listen to the music in the piazza than go play Candy Crush on my phone or whatever it is that I need to do so badly on my phone. Yes, you want to keep in touch with people at home. I understand that. But every port, usually you can do that with no charge. You have to check with your service provider and see, but like I'm going to Hawaii, that's the US. So when I'm in port, as long as they have a tower and I can connect, then I can text or call home, no problem. Check with your provider, they'll let you know. But there's a lot of things you get with your casino play. Now, I needed 3,000 points. We talked about that. 3,000 points with basically $2 a point is going to be $6,000 going through that machine. Well, my budget was $700 and I passed it at 700. I did win a jackpot and it was about 700 or 800. I can't remember exactly. It was a major jackpot I won on the first night. So I played on that for a long time. And I really could have quit earlier than I did, but I didn't. And I was having fun and I was in my budget. And as long as you're in your budget, don't worry about it so much because you put that money aside for this. Once you hit your points, say you want to get that interior cabin and you're good, then once you hit that, you don't have to play anymore. You're going to get it. And once you get that, then you're going to get the cruise offer. Now, you're going to get more than that cruise offer that is see you soon on the ship before you leave. Once you get home, once you get home, in about 30 to 60 days, you're going to start getting email offers. You're going to get offers in the mail, and you're going to get a lot of choices. The princess wants to get you back on the ship because they do like people that are in the casino. This is another way they generate money. Another thing I want to let you know is once you hit 1,500 points in the casino, you can get free drinks. So here's a great option not to have to get the drink package. Yeah, you won't get it everywhere you go, but if you want a drink, go in the casino, get your drink, and then if you end up taking your drink out of the casino, that's fine. You don't have to stay in there with it, but you will get free drinks in the casino if you hit 1,500 points. Now, you're going to have to bring this to someone's attention because they don't always come forward and tell you. The other thing is sometimes they'll offer you specialty dining, spa treatments, different things like that. And if they do, then you can take that. You'll still have to pay the 20% gratuity or whatever it is at that time on the ship. But if they offer you, say, a dinner at the Crown Grill, then you can take that, pay the gratuity, and now you've saved that money because you haven't paid the 65 or whatever it is for the specialty dining. Or if they give you $100 in spa treatments, then you pay the gratuity to the attendant, but you do not have to pay for the treatment. So there's a lot of that they do, but I do know that the 1,500 that you will get the drinks in the casino. So that's a great plus. So you have your budget, and one day you say you have $100 a day, and one day you spend $200. That's fine. You still have so much in your budget, and whether you spend it all in the first day and nothing the rest of the time, that's up to you. But whatever your budget is, stick to that budget, and when it's done, it's done. Okay? Because if you're going to spend thousands of dollars for a free cruise, then I don't think it's worth it. If you're not getting a really high level and you're getting suites and free drink packages, because you'll see in the chart, there's all kinds of things. You can get the free Princess Plus or Princess Premier, or there's all kinds of things if you're spending, a lot more money. But if you just want to get on that ship, then this is what you want to do. When you get those cruise offers, you're going to get a variety of offers too. Now I got on mine, well, on the See You Soon, I got the $100 in free play and the up to 16 days of a cruise. But then in my offers, some of them I got 16 days, some of them I didn't. I only got 7. Most of them I got up to 16 days and could go pretty much anywhere. Some of them, it was specific areas that I could go. A lot of them, I got $200 in free play. So I got more than I earned on the ship. All the offers are going to be a little bit different. You're going to get more than just that offer you got on the ship. Trust me. They want you to come back. So if you, like I did, I got the repositioning cruises that I didn't take. Okay, I got 3 of those going over to Europe, Spain, Italy, France, England. I didn't take them because I didn't want to have to fly home. You got to think about that. If you end up in Italy or London or Southampton or wherever, you have to fly home from there. So there's a cost there, and I didn't really want to deal with all that and the cost, and that's just not what I want to do right now. Maybe next year that is something I'll do. I do want to do repositioning. I prefer to do the repositioning where you go from Europe and you come over to the US because the time change is in your favor. But there's a lot of things about repositioning cruises you have to think about before you take them. The other thing is I got those. Then I got the one I'm going on, the Mexican Riviera. I could have gone to Alaska. I could have gone to the Caribbean. I could have gone to Asia. I could have gone to Europe. I could have gone the California coast or the East Coast. There were a lot of cruises I could pick from. I picked the Mexican Riviera. I went on that last year. I loved it, and I wanted to do it back to back, so that's what I did. I did two. I could have done 3 weeks, but I did 2 weeks because that's about all I can take at one time away from home. So I took that. I got another one since I booked that one for basically the same thing again, but different time. I could do it again for take 3 more cruises, or up to 3 more cruises. And it's usually 3 cruises per offer, unless it's something like the repositioning, of course, because they're only going to go reposition one time. And but anyway, yeah. But like if you get a Hawaii one or 16-day one and it's 3 times, you could go back to back to back and you'd be a month and a half on that cruise ship. However, on the See You Soon offer, it's the one time. It is not 3 offers. The ones they send you in the mail, and you got to look at the small print because it'll also tell you on there if there's any free play and what the offer is and how many times, but usually you can take them up to 3 times. So if you think about the $700 that I spent, now remember, it's my entertainment, and if you had spent $700 on a beverage package and said you didn't get anything for it after you spent it, or you went on excursions, yeah, you have your memory of the excursion and the vacation, and that was all great, but you don't get anything back for that. So when I spend the entertainment in the casino of $700, then I'm not really expecting to get that 700 back, but I got it more than tenfold because I got the Hawaii trip, I got the Mexican trip, and I continue to get trips. So with that $700, I have earned a lot from Princess on free cruise, as they say, free cruises. It's not just you earn that one cruise and you've spent that money and it's cost you that money, and it kind of balances out equal or maybe a little in your favor. But if you're choosing to go on more than one cruise or cruise, several times or do some back to backs, you really do earn free cruises. You go on a cruise and you don't qualify. You maybe qualify for $100 in free play or $400 in free play or something like that, and you don't get a free cruise. What can you do? Well, you can book a cheap cruise. You can look for a real discounted cruise or maybe a last minute cruise. A lot of times they want to fill those ships and you get a last minute cruise. You get on there and then you do it again. And it isn't that hard. I know it seems hard because $6,000 going through the machine sounds like a lot, but honestly, 95% of what you put in the machine usually is returned to player. And that's just how, they're regulated through the same as Vegas, which is anywhere from 85 to 98%. And I would say probably between 90 and 95% is what you should be getting back. So a lot of times you say you're betting $1 on a spin. You bet $1 and you get 80 cents back. You win, but it's not even as much as you spent, okay? So at that point, if you're getting 80 back on your dollar, then that's 80% return to player. Then you do another dollar spin and you win $5. So now you've won more than you spent. But it goes back and forth like that. So it's coin in how much money has gone through the machine. And I can guarantee you, if you're going to spend $500 in the casino, you're not going to have 500 points. You're going to have a lot more points than that because you're going to have money coming back and going back through the machine. So that's how it works, if that makes sense. If it doesn't, leave me a comment. I'll be happy to explain it in more detail because some people I know have a little difficulty with it. But it's about $2 coin in for every 1 point. And you'll see, it calculates your points as you go. So you'll be able to see your points. Now, if you do table games, your points are calculated a little differently. So be aware that that is going to be more of the pit boss's discretion on what they say you're betting on an average and for how long you're playing. So that is totally different. And then I think you have to go to the host to have that accumulated with your points. Your slot points are cut and dry. How much coin in is going to determine how many points you get. That's just how it is. And you'll see that continually change when you have your medallion, when you're at the machine and you sign in, it will tell you what your points are and it keeps a running total. And from those, they will send you on your last night of the cruise your offer, and it'll be in your stateroom. If you believe you earned it and you didn't receive it, you need to contact somebody because sometimes it doesn't make it to your room. But I haven't had that happen. It was in my room, and it was when I got back from the theater that night, it was on my bed with any other information I needed. And I got a lot of things in my room that last night because I actually had my room service had left me a plate of chocolate covered strawberries. I hadn't done anything to deserve that, but it was a wonderful gesture. I did use the room service every day, but it was free room service. So, yeah, that was pretty nice. That was a nice welcome surprise, a little card that they left for me and everything. So I was happy with that. Anyway, if you're looking for a free cruise, and that sounds like something that's doable for you, then I wish you all the luck. If you have any questions for me, leave them in the comment. I have other videos that might clear some of this up on my different cruises and how much they cost and where they're going. So anyway, I hope you're having a great day. And if you enjoyed the content, consider subscribing and liking the video. And I'll see you in the next one. Happy sailing, everyone.